This drive-through shootout over curly fries is one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Let's learn what not to do. What is up, guys? Will Workman here with Self-Defense Encounters, here to give you a real-world example of how to defend yourself. This video is sponsored by POM Pepper Spray. Pepper spray is one of the most important self-defense tools that you should be carrying every day because you're so much more likely to need it than a gun. POM Pepper Spray can change someone's behavior in about 3 seconds and make them decide they'd rather lay down and cry than hurt you. POM Pepper Spray is next generation pepper spray, and I carry mine with me everywhere I go to protect myself and my family. Check them out at pompepperspray.com. This story and video is one of the craziest ones that I've seen, and this is from a news source, so I'm going to let them explain it and we'll talk about what we can learn.
On March 3rd, 2021, Anthony Ramos picked up his pregnant wife and 6-year-old daughter from IAH. They drove to a Jack in the Box right near that airport. Watch as Ramos pulls up to that drive-through window. He's then greeted by Alania Ford. And once his food was handed over, an order of curly fries were missing from the bag. When he asked for them, he was told no. That's when the argument started. You can see Ramos in his red pickup truck going back and forth with Ford. She walks away, comes back, and the argument continues. This went on for roughly 9 minutes before things escalated. Watch this. As Ford walks away from the window a second time, she pulls out a gun from her pocket, checks it, and then puts it back. Another employee approaches the window to try and resolve the situation. But in the midst of that, Ford comes back and starts arguing with Ramos yet again. This time, things are more heated. Eventually, she starts throwing ketchup packets into his truck window. So he started throwing things back. The other employee closes the drive-through window and locks it. But then Ford comes back yet again, unlocks the window, points her gun directly at Ramos, and starts shooting as he speeds away. Luckily, none of those bullets struck Ramos's vehicle, and no one was injured. Ford was charged and convicted of deadly conduct, and recent documents show her probation ended in June of 2023.
The first thing that we can learn out of this is don't go to Jack in the Box. Go to Chick-fil-A, go to Cookout. There's so many other better restaurants. I'm only half joking about that. So this guy orders, he's missing fries, and he asks them to give it to him. She says no. The first lesson out of this one is don't start none, won't be none. So I get it. This guy is upset. He wants to have this dialogue to try to come to a solution. I don't think that's unreasonable by any stretch of the imagination. I think she works there. He's a customer. She should have gave him what he wanted, but she said no. She said she wasn't going to do it. So you have to know when you're winning the argument and when you're not, especially when this second employee comes up. I don't really know what was said here, but I have to assume it was something along the lines of, well, I'm just going to wait here until you give me what I want. That's not working for him, guys. That's not doing any good because they had decided they weren't going to give him what he paid for. And so know when to drive away. Know when this is a problem that I actually need to call the police or I need to have this confrontation or when I should just drive away and go through another drive-through. Fries are like $4 or $5, guys. It's not worth sitting there for 9 minutes with your pregnant wife having this argument in the drive-through. Just go to the next place, take the loss of the $5 and write them a bad review. The other thing you really have to realize is moral standards may vary. You may think you're having a heated argument, a verbal confrontation, but you don't get to decide what the other guy wants to do. If they want to take it to a physical or even a lethal, and they want to really have a legitimate fight, they get a vote in that too. So realize that even though your moral standards may be that I'm not going to get in a fist fight with somebody or I'm not going to shoot somebody over fries, I just want to argue and set things right. That's all well and good, but if they decide when they get angry they want to shoot somebody, then they get to make that decision too. So realize that the moral standards that you have may not be shared by everyone that you encounter. Thankfully, no one was hit by this gunfire by some miracle, but if they were, they would need medical help right away. Having a trauma kit in your vehicle at all times, it really gives you more of a chance to stay alive if you've got trauma medical gear. The ones that I recommend are from Mountain Man Medical. Check out my affiliate link down in the description. Let me know down in the comments, what would you have done differently? Guys, thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.